After my previous gameplay highlight video of my Kevin Durant build, I got multiple requests to actually show the build on the channel. So you know what? I'll give you guys everything. I'll give the build, I'll give the dribble moves, I will give the jump shot, the badges, everything. But drop a like, man. This was a lot of effort that I had to put in to make this video. So please drop a like. I'm giving y'all everything I've learned about this game so far. Let's get into it. Alright, so obviously we're going to be going with Kevin Durant as first and last name, position power forward, hand in his right, jersey number 7. It's a KD build, okay? Now, obviously when you're making a Kevin Durant build, you're going to have to compromise with something because Kevin Durant can do almost everything on offense. He can dunk, he can shoot, he can dribble. But the main thing is, to me, when it comes to a KD build, is being able to shoot and being able to dribble, because Kevin Durant is deadly with his mid-range fades, and that's something I want to be able to replicate with this build. So for the pie chart, we're going to go with the playmaking and shooting for Hall of Fame. This is, the generic play shot pie chart, but we're better than play shots. We're going to be a stretch. So we're going to go pure speed pie chart, and the way that we're going to make this build is we're going to max out the driving dunk, max out mid-range, three-pointer, post fade, and we're going to actually make this build viable in the post, just like how Kevin Durant is in real life. And then we're going to bump this up 2 more to 59 to get 18 shooting. As for playmaking, we're going to max out ball handle and post control, and then we're going to put this at a 75 on pass accuracy. Anything lower drops your badge count, and we want 22 badges. And then here's the best part with this build. You now get to max out every single thing on defense, so you can be a well-rounded player that can shoot from 3, play make, shoot mid-range, viable on defense with 11 defensive badges, and finishing, obviously, as long as you get an open lane, you should be able to dunk and drive in pretty easily. So when it comes to the badge count, you have 1 finishing, 18 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 11 defense when you're done. Body shape, I would go with compact. That's just me. Height, you must go 6'7". This build, you want to be able to dribble, so you have to have at least a 75 ball handle to get some of the dribble moves I'm going to show you. And then when this build is at 99 overall, we want to have 80 ball handle so we can get access to even more dribble moves, which is what we're going to do with this build. So height 6'7". We're going to want to go minimum weight. And then we're going to max out this wingspan just to 86, because anything higher will drop the ball handle, as you see right here, to 75. We don't want that. We want this build at 99 overall. You have access to more dribble moves at 80 ball handle. Obviously, for the takeover, you can go with whatever you want. Sharpshooting is a great option. Playmaking is a great option. Post scoring is a pretty solid option, and it would make this more of a sleeper build, because then you could really be dominant in the post. You'll get those cheesy post spins with this. But I went with shot creating. Shot creating on a Kevin Durant build is a given to me. You got to be able to hit those fades, hit the step backs, hit the spin fades. You need shot creating takeover if you're making a Kevin Durant build, which is what I'm making. So now we finally get the build name. And the build is a mid-range playmaker. So now with that being said, let's get straight into the badges. Okay, so now badges, you're only going to have 1 finishing badge. So honestly, you can put whatever you want. I'm not even going to go over finishing. You have 1, make 1 choice, okay? Shooting, hot zone hunter, and sniper must be on Hall of Fame. I don't care what you say. Those 2 have to be on Hall of Fame, and then you can figure out the rest afterwards. You can go limitless spot up, you can go chef, and then Deadeye on silver. All I have so far is my Hall of Fame sniper, my Hall of Fame hot zone hunter, and I'm already hitting about 50 to 55% of my shots in the park 3v3 and park 2v2. So I can only imagine what happens when I get even more badges. So that's for shooting. Playmaking, you have a lot of options, but the ones that you absolutely need are quick first step on Hall of Fame, unpluckable on Hall of Fame, handles for days, and quick chain. Those 4 you absolutely need. You have 6 upgrades afterwards that you can kind of do with whatever. If you're actually going to use this build as kind of a hybrid between a 3-point playmaker that can also post score, put on post playmaker. If you want to be a really good playmaker, you could put on floor general and dimer, but realistically, you don't need those badges this year because people should be able to shoot on this game. I'm just saying they shouldn't need dimer and floor general, but anywho. You can also go with special delivery if you're going to be a playmaker that's throwing lobs to another big that might be on your team, because you could run point with this build, which would be very interesting, especially in the stage, because then you would be forcing somebody that's like a power forward or a center that's going to have to guard a power forward that can play point. That might be something fun to do in the stage. I don't know how to give it a try. I never really played stage seriously, but what I would do is I would put on bullet passer, at least on gold, with the other 3 badges probably put on bailout. That's what I would do at least. Go with that. Defense, it's gonna be a little bit tight when it comes to badges. Gonna put gold rebound chaser and gold rim protector. Put all of these on bronze and then silver intimidator. It's kind of slim pickings when it comes to defensive badges. You're just gonna have to work with what you're given. So that's pretty much what I would use when it comes to badges. Now let's move on to the dribble moves. All right, so now let's move on to the animations. We'll get to the jump shot in a moment. All right, now dribble pull-ups. You're gonna want to go with Stephen Curry spin jumper, Stephen Curry hop jumper, Steph Curry post fade. I go with Jason Tatum. Layups, default swing, that's your only real option. Dunks, I go with Klay Thompson, Manu Ginobili, and CJ McCollum. I could probably add more dunks, but these are the ones I'm gonna go with now. Also, one thing I forgot to mention earlier in this video is that when this build gets the 99 overall, you will also have access to park dunks because your driving dunk will be a 70. So now let's move on to the dribble moves. Dribble style, I go with shifty. You can go with power, you can go with whatever you want. I go with shifty because that is Kevin Durant's dribble style in NBA 2K. Signature size ups, you're going to want to go with Zach LaVine. This is a very easy signature size up to speed boost out of. Then you have signature combos. This is Luka Doncic's signature combo, excuse me. Trying to run through this video. This is his signature combo. This is another thing that's very easy to speed boost out of. Size up escape packages. Your best option is LeBron James. This is a move that you can get a lot of separation with if you know what you're doing. And it's also something you can speed boost out of as well. Moving crossovers, LeBron James gets a lot of separation as you're moving down the field, and you can get a nice big sweeping cross going the other way, especially if you're trying to avoid defenders that are trying to strip the ball from you. This is a good move. Moving behind the backs, there's only one real option here, man. You gotta go Damian Lillard. It is a very explosive behind the back. It gets you a lot of separation if you know how to use it. So now moving spins go Kawhi Leonard. It's really the only one where you can actually get a spin back animation like how many people did on NBA 2K21. Moving hezzies go Rajon Rondo, but when this build is maxed out, you're going to want to go with Kevin Durant. Moving step backs, you get Kemba Walker, and triple threat style doesn't really matter. So now let's move on to the jump shot. All right, so for the jump shot, man, we're going to go with base 98, release 6 for release 1, and for release 2, we're going to go Karl Malone. The blending between release 6 and Karl Malone is going to be a 57-43 split, and the release speed, you're going to want to go with quick or 3/4 speed, as you see there. Very quick is just too fast in 2K this year. I don't see a lot of people using very quick. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video, man. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and hopefully, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.